Howdy, just want to comment for a second. I just watched Senator Jack Reed and his interaction with FBI Director Kash Patel on YouTube. The excerpt, I guess it happened in the last few days, and it just highlighted what I've come to think more and more. I watched a few other hearing interactions recently, and it just strikes me that more and more it's demonstrated that these hearings are a complete waste of taxpayer time and money, and they seem to have absolutely no effect on what is being done in Washington other than to give senators and representatives chances to demonstrate that they don't actually know what it is they're talking about many times, particularly when we're talking about more modern technology and such, and that the time would perhaps better be spent and money if we just insisted that the senators and representatives from different parties spent time together at lunch or whatever so they could learn to interact with each other as human beings who are hopefully interested in the same ultimate goal of making things better in the United States of America for American citizens and by extension the world, and learn to perhaps work together to recognize their differences in positions and come up with solutions that can be voted by a majority of Congress people and signed by the president to enact policies that actually work to make America better, keeping in mind that making America better involves sound fiscal management, which obviously the U.S. has failed at in recent decades, and a rational policy of foreign engagement, military use, etc. I don't know anything about Senator Reid. I didn't know who he was until just a few minutes ago when the YouTube clip came up on my feed. But just watching it, he just, again, nothing personal. He just didn't seem to understand what Kash Patel was trying to tell him about Kash Patel's responsibility vis-a-vis Doge with respect to the FBI and the other cabinet positions. And so, and I may be misstating exactly what Kash Patel's role is, but anyway, just to clarify that it just is striking to me how ill prepared our senators and representatives are, and many of the contexts in which we have these interviews being conducted. There are opportunities for them to misrepresent information and facts. They don't allow the witnesses times to respond fully to the questions that are being answered, often, usually answered with heavy implications, and no chance for the respondents to qualify the answers, to clarify that the circumstances in which the information being presented ought to be understood. And this is both Democrats and Republicans, although I will suggest, perhaps because of my more conservative preferences, that it seems Democrats do so more egregiously than Republicans, but Republicans are guilty of the same. But anyway, we just need to come up with a different way for Congress to conduct its business and to actually begin serving as Congress in the need for leadership in America today. So thank you very much. Look forward to hearing what you have to say about what, again, to me appears to be a total waste of time with the hearing nonsense and how things are structured in uh, Congress today. Thank you much. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for your time. I've got a couple other videos listed here if you'd like to take a look at those. And as I'd like to discuss issues related to politics, religion, society, and how in the world we're supposed to understand ourselves and life in the world. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Bye bye.